Welcome back again. This is lesson 1.3 about the order of operations, and our objective is that students will be able to use the order of operations. Pretty straightforward. This also may be review for you. If it's not, it's all right, but it may very well be. Let's get started. You may have heard of PEMDAS before. If you like that and you're good at it, that's fine. I like to do the order of operations in calling it GEMS instead. I call it GEMS instead of using the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It's preference, and I'll kind of explain why if you're already good at PEMDAS, and you can kind of skip through this portion of it. The G in GEMS stands for grouping. I like GEMS better than PEMDAS because of that term right there, grouping. It's any kind of grouping that includes parentheses, of course, that's what we know, the P in PEMDAS, but it also includes any kind of bracketing. And it includes absolute value. I have a mini lesson on absolute value that goes with our next lesson. It's like 1.3b. So we'll talk about absolute value later, but just know that the grouping does include absolute value as well. Next is exponents. And that's anything with a base and an exponent. Anything like that. Got a base and an exponent. Next, we have M, which is actually multiplication or division. We move left to right the way that we read, whatever one is first. If we have two multiplications or two different divisions or division then multiplication, we just go left to right. Same with the S, which is subtraction or addition. Again, we're moving left to right. And this is just the order in which we solve problems. Let's do examples. When you're solving these problems, your answer or your problem, your work should be pizza shaped. I do want you to practice writing out each step along the way, even if you can do a couple at a time, because once we get into more complex problems that you're solving, it's going to be really important that you're able to keep track line by line. So I want you to start practicing that now, even if it seems simple. So let's get right into some examples here. We'll start with a quantity 5 minus 2 squared plus 4 times 2. Remember, this means multiply from one of my last videos. So we go through GEMS. We do have grouping. We're going to do that first. 5 minus 2 is 3 squared plus 4 times 2. Next is exponent. Remember, an exponent means 3 times 3, or the number times itself, however many times the exponent says. So it's not 3 times 2, it's 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 4 times 2. If you want to type in your exponent in your calculator, you would type in 3 caret 2. This is for your calculator. Right, so now we have 9 plus 4 times 2. Order of operations tells us we do the multiplication first. We're going to drop down this 9 plus and then solve 4 times 2, which is 8. And then finally 9 plus 8 is 17. And it looks like a pizza. It's very important that we go step by step and we do things in the correct order. Your calculator is not always necessarily going to get this right for you. Let's do one more example. And for this one, I actually want you to pause it once I write the problem, try to solve it, and then see how you did. So I'm going to write the problem, give you a chance to pause it here. Let's do 24 divided by the quantity 2 squared plus 8 times 2. Go ahead and pause it and try to solve it. I'm going to assume that you paused it and that you solved it, and let's go through it here. We have grouping, and we have 2 operations within our grouping, so we go back to the order of operations. So within our grouping, we have exponent and addition. We're going to do the exponent first. We're going to drop down this 24 divided by 4, because it's 2 times 2 plus 8 times 2. We still have grouping, so we're going to take care of that first. 24 divided by 12 times 2. These are all now on the same level. We have division and multiplication, so we're just going to move left to right the way that we read. That's hard to say. We got 24 divided by 12, which is 2. We drop down the times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4, and that is our answer there, 4. So we've done a couple examples now of order of operations practice, and your assignment that goes along with this will be on Google Classroom. And look out for our other video that has to do with just absolute value.